All right, I'm officially live, y'all. I'm sorry about running a little bit late. Because I've been busy, busy, working day and night. So let me see who I got up here in this chat so I can speak to my people. And y'all know how I get down already. um, I'm not doing no screaming. I'm not doing no yelling. I ain't doing none of that. I'm also not doing no name dropping because I'm not about to give nobody no free promotion or promo or whatever. So we're not going to do that. And I do have a couple different topics that got added to some things I need to discuss. Hey, Star. So I did make some bullet points on people I need to talk about because some of these situations, I frankly just want to be done with them. It's going to be the last time I'm going to talk about it. It's old, it's stale. We're almost onto a new year. And girl, no, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Let me speak to my people again. Well, not again. I ain't do it to begin with. Amaya, welcome. Yolanda is Yolanda. Hey, boo. It's good to see you. So let me scroll down here. Got my queen up on here, my chat boss, Coach White. See, I didn't even call you or text you and tell you I was going live because I really wanted you to get some rest. I'm like, let her get some rest. I don't want to be bothering her with what I'm going live. Soul Sister #1 show says she'll be right back. Well, we'll be right here when you are waiting on us. I have Vegas Girl on here. I will be briefly maybe saying one or two things about her towards the end of the show. So I'm going to be covering that. I figure if I got to talk about it, let's just talk about it. Okay. So they just talking to each other in the chat. And I do have a banner I'm going to put up in just a moment too. Before I get started. Okay. That's just them talking. Michelle's daughter. So good to see you. Get so excited when I see you in the chat. And hold up. I just scrolled past Stara. Okay. Got 5'9" Beauty Plus. We got Joyce up in the building. Oh shoot, I didn't skip scat and went all the way somewhere else. Okay. Kimberly Black, welcome. It's a lot of information on here, and I'm torn if I want to put this on members after or not. But what I may do is if I don't put it on members, I will I'll just leave it unlisted and it'll be in my playlist of beef sector videos because I'm not talking about this again. And I am also streaming on Mrs. _ right now. I figured let me finesse some hours while I'm some watch time while I'm at it. Ain't no sense if I got to waste my time repeating myself for the 1,000th time. I might as well give me some watch hours. So, Prima Donna, welcome. Trisha, welcome. And let me tell y'all the funny thing. I get more watch hours on my other channel with less subscribers than I actually do over here. So sometimes numbers matter, sometimes numbers don't matter. Crafting with your flamboyant creator, welcome. My boo, Michelle Martinez is up in the building. We got the PCs up in here. The original news lady is up here in the building. Tracy with the T. Diamond Dory up in the building. She was killing me on that panel last night with James. That was hilarious. Samantha Rogers, welcome. Got my sister No Salt BP up in the house. And let me just tell y'all, I will be seeing her in 14 days. Okay. While people on here worried about, people worried about me. I'm worried about other stuff. Okay. They catching feelings, I'm catching flights. Okay. So you guys probably will see a little snippet of some things, but please understand it's business. Sharon's coming here on business. We dealing with business. We got business to deal with. I can't see no nonsense, but I know she's up in here because I see Michelle talking to her. Love you, no nonsense. Muffy, welcome. Vivian, I am doing great. Vivian, I'm getting ready. I ain't even packed my bag yet. I ain't done none of that. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm gonna do that after I come back. I'm gonna throw my bag together. I usually always get my hair done before I travel, but I've been so behind on everything. So I was actually braiding my hair yesterday. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I mean, we going to Miami, so I'm not really tripping all like that, and I'm not looking for no man because I'm going there with my man. But I'm always going to be presentable no matter where I go, no matter whenever I step out the building, I step out correct, at least looking clean and groomed, you know. So this Saturday, like I said, this Saturday I'll be in Miami, and then Lord, I'm gonna have to skip some of these comments because no, I don't want to leave nobody out though. I feel like I'll be all night though. Okay, I'm gonna skip over the people that I already spoke to. Okay, got Larry Nelson. Everywhere I've been, the people been saying, Larry dragged you, Shelly. Larry scolded you. Okay, they came over here in my comments and said it. I was over on Jay Dunn's chat. They came over there telling me about Larry. Larry's on my list, and I will be speaking about Larry in this live as well. So Tracy over there talking to her people. So I wanted to highlight that. T. Marie, welcome. Leah, I see you up in here. Soap and wash. Hey, love. Okay. Yes, got my sister up here, Nicole Reloaded. Okay. I don't want to have to give y'all everything, but I'm just saying if you in Vegas and you want to meet up, I am Vegas bound very, very soon as well. But right now, one trip at a time. Vegas. Okay, Tracy's asking you to leave Vaughn alone, Larry. They say that I'm not fair and that I just take your side and I don't ever say anything about what you do and so on and so forth. But we're going to get into that in just a second. Okay, we're going to get all up into it. But we're going to start first with the Bedwench in Canada. We're going to start with her. Hold on. Let me see who else. Okay, Food Junkie. Hey, boo. Got my boo up in here, Food Junkie. It's a lot of comments, but I think I pretty much covered everybody. Okay, Nightmare. Oh Lord, hold on. Hold up, y'all. We're not gonna start with Larry just yet, y'all. Larry is my second topic. But let me go ahead and throw this up that I actually made today. I didn't even know if it was gonna happen or anything like that. But what I'm asking is for people to please stay on topic because this information, like I said, I've said it before, but I want to say it for the last time. I also want to speak on the video that James made. So I want us to stay on topic. So right now, we're talking about the CPS case. So unless you guys are talking to each other in the chat, if it's not about the CPS case, please wait until we get to a topic of what you guys are talking about. Right now, I want to do the CPS, and then we can move on to something different. But we got to stay on topic. And plus, I don't have all day, all year. Okay, I just don't. So I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get it out y'all system, cause I don't have no problem blocking people, but I do want people to be open, and I want people to be able to express themselves. So when we get to the Larry topic, those in the chat that have something to say to Larry, if Larry wants to hit the link and come on and you guys want to have a conversation, we can do it. The only thing I'm asking you guys to do, since this is my channel, is to respect my rules and to stay on topic. And right now, Larry's not the topic. He is the next topic on my list. Okay. So if Larry wants to come up here, Larry, can you comment and let me know if you want to come up or not? And then the last person on my list will be Dovie. Okay. I don't know if Miss Dovie's listening in, but I hope some of her supporters are listening in, because I'm going to say something when it comes to that. And that's going to be the last time that we discussed that. So now we are onto the CPS case. If anyone is talking about anything that does not have to do with this CPS case or the people involved in this CPS case, I'm going to ask my moderators to first time you out, because right now I don't want to hear about Larry. Okay. We will get to Larry in just a little bit. Okay. So Larry said he will come up, right? Larry will come up, which means if somebody else wants to hit the link and come up here and talk to Larry as well, you can. All right. So respectfully, right now, we're going to focus on the CPS case. And welcome, Brooke, because I don't want to get distracted. See, that's what be happening in a lot of these chats. People be all over on different topics, and then people can't get the information that they need. So let's just stay on topic, please. Okay, so before I get into this story and how this even got started with this CPS case, Sean Bradley, before that even became a thing, which I didn't even know that was still conversation. I didn't know that was even a topic, because when I stopped dealing with people in different situations, I just don't understand the need to constantly repeat this story. Like, girl, you've been telling this story for so long, and it just makes no sense, because I've explained to everybody what happened. There is a video that was shared when I was on Miss Olivia's panel, and that was a video that VS made of Sean about these allegations, right? I'm not going to play that video because I know he'll, me and him are not, we don't fuck with each other, and I feel like he would flag that. But it's on Miss Olivia's channel, and this was part of the so-called evidence and proof and stuff like that. They act like they forget, they act like they forget stuff. So she sent me that video, which was played over there on Miss Olivia's, platform or whatever. And it wasn't just that. She was telling me several different things that was going on. She sent me the thing with Cynthia punching Pay. And I'm not going to say allegedly, because the little boy said out his mouth that Cynthia had hit him, right? So when all this information was going on, I then told her what was going on. Let me be very clear. I did not run to her to tell her what was going on because she was a mandated reporter or because I wanted her to report it. I told her what VS had told me because I considered her to be a friend. Okay. I know a lot of times on here, people try to downplay situations and they try to downplay relationships, especially once the relationships have fallen apart. They will act like you and that person, there was never anything ever going there. Now, I can only speak on my behalf and on my part. I truly did care about Miss Canada. Okay. I truly was constantly trying to look out for her and what I thought would be her best interest, even down to her channel. I had even told her that I appreciated her health and wellness videos and stuff like that. She kept telling me the story on how she really didn't want to be in the beef sector. She didn't want to grow her channel through mess. She wanted to organically grow her channel. So we spent a great deal of time a lot of time with me giving her tips with her channel and stuff like that. But let me be clear, she was on my Patreon, supporting my Patreon. And so we would be there as in groups. And then even when she would hit me up behind the scene about her channel, even with name change and stuff like that, I had no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because as I've told you guys, for me personally, the reason why some people can consider me to be bossy, or the way that I come across towards people, like I want them to do what I want them to do, and I want them to do things my way or no way. The truth of the matter is that, and I've said this before, I don't want people to make the same mistakes that I have made. And though I do continue to make some mistakes, that happens because I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a robot. I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. I'm working on me, but I still have a long way to go. So I told her that, it's not worth it, because you will get those views and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you want to have longevity, or like when I took a break for 8 months off of YouTube, I still continue to get a check every single month because of the content that I had previously made, getting viral videos and stuff like that. So that was the nature of our situation. And so for me, I was disappointed that early on she tried to make it seem as though I made her do these things. I threatened her to do these things. That is not the case. But what I do want to start out by asking a couple questions in the chat. This is where I need y'all to join in if you feel comfortable enough to do so. Okay. Now, what I would like to know from her, which if you make a video, bitch, I'm not going to watch you. So it really just doesn't even matter, I guess. But what I would like to know, and for even people who believe her, if I threatened you and I made you call CPS, why did you remain cool with me? Why did we continue to have conversations? If somebody threatens me and threatens my livelihood, I'm not going to talk with that person. I'm not going to have conversation with that person. I'm not going to be affiliated with somebody who threatened my job. So I really need to know that, because that makes no sense to me. Also, how do I threaten somebody when, honest to God, I don't even know this girl's government name? Okay. Now, I know what I called her by her first channel. Do I know if that's her government name or if that's her name? I don't know that. Even if that's her government name, her first name, it's not her last name. I don't know this girl's full name. I don't know it. I didn't know it then. I don't know it now. And I'll never know it because I don't care to know it. So how does one report somebody to somebody's job when I don't know where you work? I do not have your address. I do not have your full name. So do I call the Association of Therapists, I guess, if that's even a thing? Do I call them and say, hey, it's a lady on YouTube and she goes by the name Tamar, and she has a white husband with dreadlocks in his head. Can you report her and make her lose her job because she's a mandated reporter for what I don't know? And can you fire her? Make that make sense, somebody. I mean, make it, I don't care if you hate me. Make it make sense. Because the only thing I ask people to do while they're reporting on stuff or in the comment section is just to be fair. Now, I saw somebody in Deanna's comment section. I believe her name was Rain D. And clearly she couldn't have been a troll because she was a member, because she had the little membership type thing on there or whatever. She said Shelly threatened her because I was around. You were around for what, lady? I don't know you. So how could you have been around for anything? You were never on any conversations with me and her. Huh? So unless you're telling me you were on the three-way, and even if you were on the three-way, you could have never heard me threaten her because it did not happen. It couldn't have happened. So in all of this time, in all of these years, we've gotten zero receipts on this situation. Not only do we have zero receipts, I done fell out with 5011 motherfuckers. And out of all the fucking stories that fucking people have told, whether they've been true or whether they've been a lie, not one single person that I fell out with that was around me or so-called called their self-army or was moderators, not one single person has came out here and stated that that situation was true. Yet we used to all sit. We had a WhatsApp group. If y'all know what's WhatsApp group, we used to be on the WhatsApp group and we used to be on Hangouts. This was before StreamYard was out here like that. So we were on Google Hangouts. Okay, now let me go a little bit further. Now, when we were in all of these groups and these things were being discussed, I have at least two mandated reporters. One of them is Mike Hard. The other one is Sharon. Now, I just told y'all that No Saul BP, that's right here in the chat, just booked a flight today to do what? Come see who? S. Hutchinson. This is not our first time meeting. I had a ticket to go see her for a whole week, and then the whole COVID situation broke out, so I could not go. So are you telling me that if I need somebody to make a report, why wouldn't I go to Sharon, somebody that I knew before you, somebody that I knew after you? Why wouldn't I go to her when I know she's a actual factual registered nurse? She's also a mandated reporter. She didn't report a goddamn thing because she didn't want to report anything. I didn't ask her to, but it wasn't her. She didn't even get in the mix of that. Okay? Mike is an LPN going to school, I believe now. No, take it back. He's a RN now. Me and Mike have met in real life. Me and Mike have had conversation. Mike was in those groups as well. He's by law or whatever a mandated reporter, but he didn't report Sean Bradley. So explain to me, what was it about you that I went to you and then told you what you had to do, and then I threatened you if you would not do it? Number one, I've never been a person to hide behind a threat, because if I said it, I said it. And honestly, there's a part of me, because of the way how I feel towards Sean, there's a part of me that said, you know what, Shelly, you should say that you did it just so you can feel like you got him, or you made him feel it, or you fucked with him in some type of way. I wish I could take the credit for it, but it did not happen. And me and Sean are not cool. So if I did it, why would I still lie and say I didn't do it when I don't give a fuck about this nigga? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? You did not like him. See, you're not being honest. You didn't like him. You reported him because you did not fucking like him. I don't think this shit had nothing to do with a mandated reporter. And then what you said was, he cannot get mad with me because I'm a mandated reporter and I am mandated to report. That was your words, not mine. And then you have the nerve to say, well, bust out the recordings. You are accusing me of something. So this is your burden to bear. It's not mine. And what makes you feel so good about yourself that you think that I would be sitting around to fucking record you to be able to use against you later on? Did I not say in the beginning of this, you were somebody that I did genuinely care about? And you never told that story of me forcing you to report Sean until me and you got into it. And I cut you off. That's when you got in your feelings. And that's when this story became a fucking story. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. Now, if you wanted to call on him or you were concerned for whatever it was that you saw, I only know what I was told. I only know the screenshots and video clips that was sent to me. And me and you had a conversation about it. And you said you were going to report him. Now, to be honest, when me and Sean made up, this is no lie, I didn't even think, and even though me and you had fell out, because of the type of person that I am, I never even thought, well, what is it that I can air out against her? Even conversations that you had about other people here on YouTube, I never went and repeated those. Why? Because you were somebody that I cared about and wanted the best for you. That's the truth of the matter. Okay? Now, there are some other people who have tried to get my attention for the longest time, and I don't respond back to them, and I don't air them out, not because I give a fuck about them. It's because I don't give a fuck about them. But I'm not going to sit here and be fake about it and act like, well, this bitch just was never shit and she was shit. No, I'm disappointed in the person that you became, because the person that I met was somebody who wanted to take pride in their channel, who wanted to help people through videos, who wanted to give people health tips, who claimed they didn't want to cheat and clout chase like what I've been seeing you do, or no, I've been hearing about you do, clout chasing. Because when you make videos to me, honest to God, you make them in vain, because I don't watch them. When I'm done, I'm done. I'm done. Now, also, these are your words. You said this on a video. And as James said, which I'm going to play a piece of his video in just a moment. Oh, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say. Oh, you said to James on his channel that you deleted your other channel. So this, what you said, could have been, I need to stop looking at down at the chat. I got my moderators in here. I trust y'all to do the right thing. So just do what y'all see fit to do, but just don't get so sensitive, because I do want people to be able to freely communicate, those who support me. I'm not talking about trolls and people in other cults and coalitions. And to be honest, Tamar, if you were willing, if you had not lied on me, I would have been willing to even open this up and you could hit the link and we could actually talk about it. But the fact that you are painting a story that's not the truth, and it has grown legs because other people believe it, that's unfair to me, because you know at the end of the day that I never threatened you in any form or fashion. Now, I will say this, just because I am grown plus tax, me giving you the information that was given to me by VS, and me telling you what was going on, and when you were talking about being a mandated reporter, so can't nobody get mad with you, and I was like, you're right, you are a mandated reporter, so technically, you know, not doing it, you could get in trouble. But believe me, that is the way it happened. I never said if you don't do it, like when James said that I applied pressure on her, that did not happen. But I will say this, if anything that I said to you during that time, and the information that I gave you and what you said to me and what I said back, if that made you think that I was threatening your livelihood, your income, how you provide for your family, I will be grown and woman enough to say to you that I apologize, because that's not the case. I never threatened you. I don't know your information. I do not want it. You know what I'm saying? We were cool. You were somebody that I did care about. That was a season. It was a reason, and it was a lesson. And I've moved on. But if you, all of this, what you do to me, and you want me to argue back and forth and beef with you, it's a one-sided beef, because I'm just not going to do it. Why did I put the picture up as the thumbnail? So people will know who the hell we're talking about, because I'm not going to sit up here and promote your channel to get you any subscribers off of defaming and slandering me, because that is what you have done. Now, you said you deleted your first channel because I helped you to get that 1,000. So basically, you wanted to start off fresh. That's another lie, because from what I heard, you deleted your channel because Heidi dragged you so motherfucking bad that you didn't want to be on YouTube anymore. Now, if it's a lie, blame it on the streets, because that's what I heard on the streets. We even talked about a name change because you didn't understand why you weren't getting views and stuff like that. And I said, well, if you just have get into it with Tamar, you type that up and Tamar Braxton is going to come up. So you're making it hard for people to be able to even search and find you. That's number one. So I said, well, why don't you try putting like a TV at the end? So that separates you from a subscriber to a content creator. And at the end of the day, even you, your own words said, Shelly, whenever I get some more money, I am going to pay more on your Patreon because of the help that you give to me. So at the end of the day, my heart is clear. I didn't do anything to you, but try to look out for what was best for you. What you have done to me is you've continued to lie. You said I helped you get the first 1,000. Well, I'm here to tell you that I helped you to get that second 1,000, because your content is me. Okay? You got to keep using my name for clicks and views. So if you want to act like you did it all by yourself, then do it all by yourself without including my name, because at this point it's looking rather unhealthy. You've been talking about me, I believe, for at least 2 years, and I do not respond to you, because I frankly do not care. I don't wish harm on you. I don't wish death on you or any of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to pull up on you, fight you, none of that shit. But if you're going to tell a story, be fair. And I want y'all to hear when James asked her some questions and just how she could not answer it. So for all those who want to sit there and go along with the fact that, I threatened her and stuff like that, why is your story not consistent? This is the story that I've always given. It's never changed. And then at the end of the day, you reported Rita to CPS. You said that out your own mouth on a video. So whether the video's still up or not down, you admitted to that. So if I threatened you and told you how you're a mandated reporter, can you explain to me how Rita got reported to CPS? See, it seems to me like you don't want to take any accountability for what you have done. I've taken my accountability by saying I sent you videos that were sent to me. I sent you links that were sent to me. I sent you timestamps that were sent to me. I contacted you and we had a conversation and we talked about it. I did not contact you as a mandated reporter. I contacted you as a friend, because that is what I considered you, a friend. Okay? And so during that conversation, you took it upon yourself to say that you were going to make a report. I did not pressure you to do it. If I was going to pressure somebody, I would have contacted Sharon and I would have tried to pressure her, because I've known her longer than you. Sharon, and if I wanted to report Sharon for not doing what I said to do, she would be the one that I could report, because I know all her information. She just, and this is, she knows this. She sent me her damn flight information with all her stuff on it. And this is not the first time. I've had her information since she came to my meet and greet, and that was in what, 2019 or something. How many years have that been? Has anyone ever heard me come on here and give out Sharon's government name, government information, address, anything? Has anyone ever heard me come on here and tell you guys a conversation that me and Sharon had, anything other than me and Sharon talked and I said, hey, Sharon, I'm going to bring this up when I go live? I have not ever given anybody any information on Sharon. It hasn't happened, and it will never happen. See, I mean, Mike, I know Mike's information. I order stuff just like I've supported any Black content creator that's been on here that has any type of business where they're selling stuff. I have supported every last one of them, and half of them I don't have shit to do with them. They don't have shit to do with me. They don't owe me shit by supporting their business. But I'm just trying to say, I ordered and supported his business, and he told me out his own mouth where his stuff is. You know what I'm saying? I've met Mike in real life. So why wouldn't I go to them? Wouldn't it be more comfortable for me to go to people I've met in real life, or that I talk to more than you, or known longer than you, who are also here on YouTube, content creators, but also mandated reporters, and they actually have the qualifications and certificates to back up what they say they do? I'm not saying that you don't, because I haven't looked into it, but you ain't showed it to me either. Let's just be fucking clear about that. So let me get this off the screen. So before I pull up this next video, does anybody have any questions on this topic that I'm talking about with the CPS? Is there anything that y'all need me to answer with that before I get into the video? I mean, but it just doesn't make sense. There's other, it's 2018. Okay, so Sharon's right here in the chat. 2018. And I came on YouTube in 2015. Sharon's been supporting me since, I think, 2016. 2016. So that's 5 years. So 5 years, I'm not make it make sense. I mean, 2 other mandated reporters that's actually nurses, and I'm threatening you against your job, and you have no receipts on it, and you just keep going back and forth with it. Like, because I know how it used to bother you to get them low views, and you really wanted to grow, and you really wanted to get the numbers. Maybe desperation took place, and because I am hated for being my own person and having my own mind and doing what the fuck I want to do and walking away when I get ready to fucking walk away, maybe it's easy for you to sell this story and for people to buy it. And people like Rain, who says that, you know, she was around when all of this took place, and I don't know her and she don't know me, and she was never part of being around to anything because it didn't happen. So that's my thing. If you said it already, my bad, but who are you talking about? I'm talking about the person who said that I threatened her and made her call CPS on Sean Bradley. I haven't said her name because she's been clout chasing for years. And I did put, let me see if I can put this picture, because I can give you a pretty much, no, I'm not even going to be petty. But okay, here's another one. Star was around. Star was in those groups. Matter of fact, hold up, Star, it just occurred to me too. We was doing conference calls as well. There were many times where we did conference calls. But you're the only one that has this story. Mike don't have this story. Sharon don't have this story. Nobody else has this story. Even the people who have fell out with me. Now, if they come tomorrow and say it, it's gonna be because I'm calling them out now, saying, "What the fuck? Y'all done said all this other shit about me, but y'all never came through to say this story," because it did not happen. It didn't happen. Hold up. You see right here? No, I wasn't going to show her picture. I was going to show my thumbnail picture. So I said, I'm not going to be petty. Now, listen, Star said to me the other day, Shelly, won't you reactivate the WhatsApp group? Because I could retrieve it. But the reason why I'm not going to do that is because I do pride myself in this. When I say that somebody is my friend, when I consider somebody to be my friend, I don't come on here and drop recordings and things like that on them. I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this up here. Southern Belle 74. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I truly appreciate it. Whenever people watch me, that's more than enough. And when they do anything extra, I am very, very much grateful. So the thing is, I don't do that. If you guys have ever heard me put up any type of audio, it's because I was never friends with that person. We may have had conversation or something like that, but we were never what I consider to be friend. And friend is a very, very strong word. People use it very loosely. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sharon says, Kat Mitchell, I I did do one or two dirty laundry. Well, shit, me and Joyce did a whole dirty laundry the other day over there. For the show no part 2. Okay. And Joyce gave me that and told me I could put it out. And I was like, nah, sis, I'm good. You know, I just kind of moved past that. So Sharon says, in case anyone wants to know, Shelly and I did have a disagreement. We discussed it amongst ourselves, not on social media. It's called integrity. And that is the case. And let me tell you something too. When you have something and it's real, then no matter when you have a disagreement or you have a fight, those relationships can be resolved because the feeling was real. Me and Joyce had a situation, but I always told y'all I was very fond of Joyce. So when we had a falling out, it wasn't hard for me to then talk to her, apologize. She apologized to me, and we've moved forward and we've moved past it. You know what I mean? But when it's not real, it can't ever be rectified. You get what I'm saying? So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna play this part of James' thing because I'm like, did James not get the memo or what? Because thank you, Brooke, for becoming a member. I'm like, did James not know what's going on? So James really think I pressure her to call? No, James, that's not true. And that's part of the reason why I made this video, because I'm like, okay, maybe James never heard my breakdown of it or anything like that. But that is the God's honest truth. And she has told this story so much to the point where I'm like, maybe she believes it herself. Maybe she convinced herself of it. Maybe that's what she told herself to feel better about calling. I don't know. But again, maybe I said something not where, oh, I'm going to get you fired. Because again, I don't know. I don't know your information. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. You know what I mean? And even when she set up a GoFundMe for help with her move to Canada, I even told her, you might want to take that up away from YouTube. Now she might come through and say she never had a GoFundMe, and that's not true. Because like James said, people remove stuff. What do you have to back yourself up? I didn't go around taking screenshots of her GoFundMe, because for what? I'm never going to use it later on to be like, aha, you had a GoFundMe. And at the end of the day, I'm just not going to do that. So it's no sense of me holding on to that or gathering receipts on you, because I did consider you to be a friend. So why am I going to do some of what you did to me? You went and you had conversations with other people that I had situations with, and you repeated private conversations that we had. Those calls may have not been recorded, but you went and spoke on other situations because I wasn't dealing with you no more. You wanted everybody to be mad with me, and you wanted everybody to turn against me. So you went and you repeated conversations that we had, and I'm thinking that I'm talking and communicating with a friend. You get what I'm saying? So you know, it's that. So if you're expecting for me to come on here and act all ignorant or whatever like that, to go back and forth for content or whatever, yes, I put in my title, I called you a bedwench, and it is what it is. And so what? You don't like it, you're offended by it. I'm offended by you lying on me. I believe me, I would love more than nothing else but to take credit for that call, just so I can say, nigga, I got you. Look what I did. But that's not the case. And even when it comes down to him or for anybody else that's in Baltimore, like the one that was over there on Jay Dunn channel talking smack, I will be in Baltimore Saturday because I will be flying out of BWI. I have no problem, and more than likely, I believe I will go live in Baltimore with a location. And anybody that's in Baltimore that's feeling some kind of way or has something to say, they can come there and say it, because I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm not arguing and beefing back and forth on YouTube with nobody. I'm not going to be losing out on sponsorships, a bag, or none of that, because this is a business, period. Okay, this is a business. I'm not going to be missing out on that arguing back and forth video for video. If there's anybody in Baltimore, because I haven't been speaking on nobody in Baltimore, but they've been speaking on me. So I'm not coming to nobody's house because I'm not checking for you. But I will make myself, I'll get there a little bit early. I'll get there like about an hour. And it don't have to be at the airport, because it ain't nothing at the airport but police. Believe me, I'm not going to set you up to come somewhere where the police are at. Y'all know I don't get into the police thing or whatever. So I will give that information. And if anybody has something that they need to say to me, I will be available. If there's anybody in Miami that has something that they need to say, I will be there Saturday night. And I will be available for anybody. But back and forth, video for video, I'm not into that. So let me go ahead and do a screen share of this video of James, because I just want you to see how dishonest she was being in that how dishonest she was being in that video. And if she was telling the truth, why not say it and you don't have to hesitate about it? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on my other account, so I gotta go the long way around getting him. Hold up. All right, just keep yourself company over there in the chat room for a second. Let me pull up his video. But I'm under my other channel, so I'm not subscribed to him on the other. I don't think I'm subscribed to him on this channel. And that, by the way, if you guys did not check out James live from last night, should Dave Chappelle be canceled, open chat, that was a really, 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 really good panel. I saw today it ended up being 8 hours. I think I might have been over there for at least about probably about 4 hours or whatever. And it was really good. I enjoyed myself over there yesterday. And Dory was over there cutting what you call the fuck up. Okay, so I'm going back. Jay Dunn hit the link. Okay, let me go a little bit more back because I want to go to when she came on. And James, if you do have an issue with me using this, I will I'll edit it out of the video or whatever. So, because I do respect other people's content. I don't believe in just using other people's stuff. But because I want to let y'all see what's going on, and pretty much y'all gonna know her name now, so she gonna get the little attention she need, because you're gonna see it from James' video. So hold on, guys. Okay. All right. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why this is doing that. Okay.
And come out, Pressure Cooker. I would love to have this conversation with you.
Let me see if I can make it bigger for y'all.
I would love to have this conversation with you. I would love to have this conversation with you. You got a window open, honey.
Hello.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
All right. So you're okay. So the receipts. Receipt is, Pressure Cooker, you weren't even able to get up on my channel. Didn't you get unblocked to even be
First of all, James, I would like to back you up several steps because you started out with a lie. Okay. I've never made any videos talking about your children. So I don't know who you're talking about, but I've never fucking made
Pressure
any
Cooker,
videos.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, we're going to do this in order and decent. I ain't cussing you out, Pressure Cooker.
I'm sorry about cursing at you. You're right.
And you know you're not going to cuss me out, don't you?
Okay. But I don't like to be lied on. James, you literally
and neither do I. And you don't remember. And neither do I. My first meeting up with you, you were reporting on me and my children. And James, you had the information incorrect.
The only video I made about you on my old channel was when you call Heidi a bedwench. And I remember making a video saying I was offended because my husband is white. And if you think she's a bedwench, then that must be how you feel about other people. And then I remember you came under my video and said, well, I must be okay with all this, the homophobic things that Heidi said. And I said, no, I actually said in the video, I don't agree with a lot of the things that Heidi says. She makes colorist remarks and she's made homophobic remarks. Okay.
So there was never a video about me and Sean breaking up, or Sean and the information from Debra. None of that. You never made
James,
a video about
I think you have me mixed up with somebody else. I've never made a video about you and your kids. Like that doesn't even sound like my character. What, like that makes no sense.
And now let's talk about character. Let's stop right there and talk about character. Because I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy at all.
You might not be crazy.
And you said your old channel. Your old channel, where's your old channel? Is it not there anymore?
You know that I deleted it. I've said that multiple times.
Okay, well, listen. So what you asked me for, see, this is laughable. You asked me for a receipt off of a channel that you deleted. You come in the door with some bull crap.
Okay,
but now, let's talk about character, though. I want to talk about character.
Making a video talking about James and his parenting, because I don't remember ever making a video like that. Even a view is a view, and Lady Nika was in the chat, but like, I don't remember that because it didn't happen. You made that up. You literally sit here making shit up, James. Like
I literally sat here and made that up. So when did I met you with Heidi? I met you with Heidi.
That is the only time I remember you coming under my video. Okay, and you had a problem, and you said,
no, that's
I don't remember
not.
what you said, but
that
you
is not
about what I did.
That dates all the way back to Shing Shang. But it ain't no thing. We won't argue about that because again, there is no receipts because the videos are gone.
Well, that's convenient for you, right?
No, it ain't good for me.
Like to talk about Club Shing Shang. Let's talk about that. You said I was.
We are going to talk about Club Shing Shang. What we're doing is, okay, again, what we're doing here, you talked about my character. As far as my friendships and the way I do friendships.
You're in your feelings about it.
Okay.
You prove
I'm not in,
you get in
well,
your feelings.
Said I was in my feelings. When did you get that I was in my feelings?
Oh, honey, you're in your feelings. Are you denying that?
I'm not in my feelings. Why would I be in my feelings about the way you feel about how I have friendships?
You just said I was Club Shing Shang. I had a short stint over
at Club Shing Shang. I was. You were. Are you telling me you weren't part of Club Chat?
I was a moderator on Ash Hutchinson's channel for a long time.
But you were never part of Club Chat.
I fell out with Club Shing Shang. You never hung out with
Club Chat. You were never good.
All right, I got to pause that just for a moment, okay? Because this is the part of the problem that I be having with a lot of people. They will sit up there and say, I'm the worst person on the face of the earth. I've done all of these horrible and terrible things. Didn't she just say she was a part of Army for a long time? So you getting threatened at your job. You talk about me all the time. I'm always your content. I'm this bad person. I'm always manipulating situations. All of these things that you go around here and you say to people about me. But here you are on James' platform talking about how you were Army for a long time. Why was you Army for a long time if you were being threatened and all that other stuff? Make that make sense. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me good in the chat. I should have another tab open. Shit, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure because I got the I don't have myself on the screen. We were your moms back then. Right, exactly. Okay, see what I'm saying? Hold on. And even when I do take people off, like moderating, sometimes it's never even personal. It's like if I don't see them in a while, I'll be like, let me just take them off. They're on vacation, or you know how people up and leave YouTube. Y'all can hear me good. I just wanted to pause at that so y'all can hear that, because let these people tell y'all the stories out here later on. I'm god awful, but they just said in the same breath, I was Army and moderating for a long while. So hold on, let me play again because there's a couple more things that stood out to me.
With Club Chat.
I fell out with Club Chat when
you fell out with Club Chat, which meant you had to be in with Club Chat, correct? What? Now let's talk about the character of friendship. Your video talked about me and the way that I am friends with Duchess Kelly Love.
Yes.
Now, but listen to this now. But listen to this. Now, friendship. And I'm cool with what you said. I said that. I said I'm cool with how you felt. That was fast. I don't know where you got that I was in my feelings. But that's fine. But now, at the same time, I have to look and I have to have a fair shot at saying about your character. Now, who?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I am. Who would you rather have a friendship with? With you or with me? Now, I said something about a phone call.
Me all day, honey.
Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
You had issues about the fact that Duchess called me and said something, and then I said something up here. And that was where you said, you know, that says a lot about my character. Is that not what you said on your video?
That is exactly what I said. And I said that.
All right, now listen to this. Wait a minute. Listen to this. Get a hold of this now. Are you not the same person, pressure cooker, that smiled and grinned in Sean Bradley's face, called CPS on Sean Bradley, then sat for months in his face as if you weren't the one that did it, and never came out and said that you did it until you were pushed all the way to a wall and Shelly and you done fell out and then the tea was given out?
James, aren't you a mandated reporter? Don't you know how that works? Do you make videos about the reports that you made?
No. Pressure cooker, let's stay right there. Was that not you? Did you not call CYF on Mr. Bradley and then sat in Mr. Bradley's face for months? And let someone else take the blame. And then once it was found out, then you left. Then you came over here. You got unblocked, and you and I have been fine ever since. Is that a lie? I hear crickets, and I don't like bugs.
Okay, so this is when she got kicked off. So let me forward it a little bit more because I want you to hear again when he asked us. And I'm glad he asked the questions that he did.
Made any calls when Pepe was clearly in
okay,
danger.
Hold up. Gotta back it up. Hold up. I know y'all want to see Mother dance anyway, so let y'all watch Mother dance.
You're back. Thank God. Okay.
I'm back. Sorry about that. My computer died as I was in the middle of.
So I was asked, well, what's the last thing you heard?
So I said, you've come on here and said you're a mandated reporter. Do mandated reporters make videos about the calls that they've made? I told you the only reason
I ain't talking about mandated reporting. I'm talking about you made the phone call. I ain't saying why you made the phone call. I didn't even dig into that. You made the phone call because you didn't actually act as a mandated reporter either, ma'am. You didn't make the phone call until you were pressured into making the phone call because somebody told you you are a mandated reporter.
Why
and if you don't make the phone, and if you don't make the phone call, then I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna snatch your call away. Isn't that why you made the phone call, love? Isn't that correct?
I'm just trying to understand why you never made any calls when Pepe was clearly in danger with all this.
Okay. James asked her, isn't that why you made the calls? Because you were being threatened to make the calls. Do you notice how she doesn't respond to that? So if that's the case, why didn't she say, yes, I was threatened? Yes, I was threatened, and that's why I made the report. No, she made the report because she wanted to make the report. The same way she made the report on Rita. She didn't come and tell me that. I don't even know if me and her were even dealing with each other. She just said it on a video about doing a thing about Rita. I didn't have anything to do with that. So I'm just saying, just listen to her as he's talking to her about being forced to make these reports. No, this is what she wanted to do.
I wasn't friends with Sean. I wasn't. What was I going to do? What? Pepe was in danger with what? When was Pepe in danger, sweetie?
You're hilarious. You came on
here. When was Pepe in danger? The only imminent danger I know of Pepe being in is when Pepe ran away, and I didn't have to call anybody. It was on the news.
Okay.
It was on the news, and he was gone the next day.
You came on here and talked about compression shorts.
I sure did.
Having sex with foster children.
Wait a minute. Come on, hold on. Now give me a chance to respond. I talked about compression shorts. And how old was Tim when I heard about the compression shorts?
I don't know. You tell me. That was your friend.
That was, listen, I didn't meet Sean until 2015. Okay. How old is Tim?
I have no idea.
Tim is like what, 27, 28 years old? Tim was completely aged out of the system by the time I ever even met Sean. I met Sean in 2015, sweetie.
I've made multiple videos talking about that call, so I don't even know why you're asking me because it's all in video.
Well, I'm asking you because, again,
y'all need to hear past what she's saying, because to me, and maybe it's just my ears, it sounds like she mad with James because all of these years James didn't call and she had to be the one to make the call. I don't know. It seemed like she wanted James to make a call, so her call, I don't know. It seemed like she too concerned with his call. I don't know. Make it make sense, because I'm not understanding it.
You wanted to take me to task about my friendship, so I'm naturally taking you to task about your friendship. You're talking about my character.
I was never friends with
Sean Bradley. Standing up, babe.
I was never friends with Sean Bradley. Okay, just because I'm in somebody's chat doesn't mean I'm their friend. There's people that I consider friends on here, but Sean Bradley wouldn't have been one of them.
Again, we're talking about character. You literally called CYF on him, and you're sitting in his chat as if you were what were you, a fan? You were,
James,
you're sitting in his chat.
Do you understand that I've had to make CPS calls with people who are my clients that I have to sit with?
I understand all of that, darling. I've dealt with CYF for years. I'm an adoptive parent. You already know that. But you're avoiding the question. You're trying to talk in circles. And you already know I ain't even here for that. Well, the whole point is you're trying to make it like you were some stand-up friend. You're not. You were not. You weren't even a stand-up CYF person because you did not report Sean until after Shelly pressured you. Is that not correct?
James.
Yes or no?
James?
At the first, when it's a mandated report, soon as you see something wrong, you make the phone call, correct?
What did I say about
you
why
did not make the phone call until
Do you remember why I said I hesitated to make the call?
I'm going to take your job away. When your money was the issue, you went and made the phone call. You were pressured into the call.
It wasn't my job. You got the details wrong. First of all, I said that I hesitated to call because I couldn't see the child. I can hear what was happening, but I couldn't see the child. I've never made a report about a child that I haven't seen like in person or observed or heard from somebody else. Okay. I can hear him, but I couldn't see him. So I hesitated. Okay. And yes, then she did put the pressure on. I've said this many times. I don't know what point you're trying to prove. And what does this have to do with you being a horrible person?
It's not about proving a point. It has everything to do with it. It has everything to do with it because
now we know she got pressure in her name and maybe she's obsessed with the word and doesn't know what the fuck it means. But in all of that, where did I pressure her? How did I pressure her? To me, pressure is, bitch, you better make that motherfucking report or else that's pressure. Pressure is, if you don't make that report, I'm gonna make sure you lose your motherfucking job. Where's the pressure? I gave you information that somebody else gave me. I sent you screen recordings of what was sent to me. I didn't fuck with Sean. I didn't watch him. I did not know what he was doing. And I apologized to him after the fact of finding out that a lot of shit wasn't what it was and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? And even now, it's like, you just don't want to take responsibility and say you called and you made that report because you wanted to, not because Shelly wanted you to, not because Shelly even came to you and asked you to do it, because I don't need nobody to do a goddamn thing. Anything that I want to do, I can do it myself. My fingers work, and so does my goddamn phone. Okay? I have no problem calling CPS. I don't do it for YouTube beefs. I told y'all about the two little girls that live a couple doors down from me, and the sister was murdered by her brother when she was 4 years old. I called and made a CPS report on that lady, and CPS didn't do nothing, only for the girl to end up getting killed by her brother less than a year later. So that shit traumatized me to the point where anytime I know for sure if a child is being abused, believe me, I'm going to make a report. So I don't need nobody to call for me. I did not call because I didn't have no proof to say this is what he's doing. Do y'all notice to this day, has anybody ever in this chat, and press a 1 if you've heard it, because then I need to see the receipts behind it. Press a 1 if you have ever heard me call Sean Bradley a pedo. Press 1 if you've ever heard me call him John Gacy. Press 1 if you have ever heard me say, I think he done messed around with some kids. Press a 1 whether me and him was beefing in the middle of war or battle. Can you please press a 1 if you have ever heard me call him a molester, a rapist, a child, a molester, or any of that stuff? John Gacy, whoever. Have you ever heard me call him any of those names? Press a 1 if you've ever heard that. And we got 266 people up in here. You can drop down and say it, but I need you to come with a receipt. I didn't call him all kind of names, but I've never, ever said that. You know why? Because I don't have no proof on it. So the reason why I did not call CPS is because I didn't have any proof. All I had was hearsay. And I shared the hearsay with you, like anybody knows that deals with me behind the scenes. We share receipts. Behind the scenes, we look at audios, videos, and things of that nature. That's what we do behind the scenes. But with the things that were shared to me behind the scenes, I did not have any evidence to say I'm going to call and make a report. There you go. But that never, you're right. I didn't say some shit, but never have I alluded to it. And unless I see or somebody shows me some court records or some court documentation, you will never hear me say it. So therefore, how do I need a bitch to dial? Now, do I come across like I need a bitch to dial a phone number for me? I'm confused. If she can call and make the report, doesn't my voice work? Don't my fingers and phone work? I could have called and made the report myself. I just don't get it. Take the responsibility, and that's that. I've owned up to mine. Own up to yours. He's asked her several times on this video about being threatening and losing a job, and yet she ain't said none of that right here. Why does her story not flow like how my story flows? This is the same shit that I have said on every video. Anytime I've ever hit a panel about it, I've said the same fucking thing. And when me and him made up, although me and her were not cool, I didn't go to him and say, oh, by the way, so-and-so called CPS on you. I didn't not tell him because I was scared that, oh, I'm tangled up in this. I did not tell him that for the simple fact that if I consider somebody to be a friend, I don't go repeating what they tell me in privacy or private situation. You're welcome, Southern Belle. And I'm going to leave this video up. I was going to take it down, but this video and also the video that I made regarding my son and his girlfriend, that video is going to stay up because these are situations that I'm not going to address anymore. And then people can come back to the video and hear whatever it is that they need to hear. But it's just unfair to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's no one's looking at the time frame of it was never an issue until me and her fell out. And then that's when she told Deanna and them behind the scenes. And then Deanna and them, I believe, put the pressure. I'm not going to say because I don't want to say Deanna put the pressure on her because I don't know that to be a thing. But I was told behind the scenes that Deanna had told her that she better say something or she was going to tell it. Now, if it's a lie, I heard it from a third party. So, because I definitely don't want to lie on nobody, just like I don't want nobody lying on me. And by the way, I did appreciate Deanna's commentary she did the other day about the Joyce's video because she was asking the legitimate questions. And if she happens to be in the sky somewhere listening in and she want to hit the link after I get done with these things about that about the Joyce thing, because she had a question on that video, a question on there that she had. So about the situation. So if she or if she dropped down with that and have the question, I'll answer it or whatever. But but Speedy is, we didn't nobody made up the name Speedy to keep him anonymous. That's his nickname. That's the name he goes by. He's known as Speedy even in work related situation. And even people was like, well, why was Shelly playing the recording? I played the recording even a certain way just so that another person didn't get thrown under the bus or that certain things wasn't said about them. I purposely did that because if somebody hasn't done anything to me, I don't want nobody getting their shit put on Front Street. If I can prevent it, if I say I fuck with somebody, I fuck with them. So yeah, when me and him made up or whatever like that, well, not even made up because we were never together. We never had a friendship. Make no mistake, him and Nika were friends. Me and him, we were never friends. We just always beefed. But once we, okay, we're going to let whatever dragging we did towards each other, we're going to let that go and put it behind us. That's the baking up part I'm talking about. It didn't even cross my mind. And even if I did think about it, I still wouldn't have told him because I thought of her as a friend at the time. So why am I going to go disclose that if I didn't disclose anything else that you said to me? There's been many things that you said to me, even on why you was moving, where you was moving, and all that. I've never came on here and tried to air out any private conversations or whatever. Even though you've done it to me, I haven't done it to you. I don't make videos on a regular basis talking about you or bringing your name up. And this is the only topic that you have when it comes to me. Like, if I don't speak on you, why speak on me? It makes no sense to me, especially when I'm not even listening to you and I'm not responding to you. That's a one-sided beef, and it just looks a little desperate. It looks a little desperate. Okay, hold on. Let me play this video. So just listen to how she's going as James is talking to her about me forcing her to do something.
It really isn't an attack. It really is just an observation. Like, you had a video and you made an observation about my friendship.
Yeah, and I observed that you were a mandated reporter and you bitched about all the things that Sean Bradley did and the people he had in his life. And
you're telling me that you wanted me to do a mandate report about a child. Well, he's not a child, about a grown man that's not in the system. When I met Sean, Tim had been out of the system for dang near 7 or 8 years. So no, pressure cooker, that's not going to work, sweetie. That's not what you made your video about. You just started this since you sat here. Your video was about
CPS on Sean Bradley, as I've said multiple times. Okay. I don't understand why this has anything to do with Duchess Kelly Love and he treating him like shit. I don't understand.
Say it again now.
I said, I don't know what me calling CPS on Sean Bradley has anything to do with the fact that you've treated Duchess Kelly Love like shit.
You don't think you treated Sean like shit?
It's not personal. You're making
it was very personal, ma'am. It was very personal. Now, me and Sean Bradley are not friends now. Wait a minute.
We've never been friends, James.
We're not friends now, but we were friends at a point.
We were never friends.
You not being his friend right now. Anybody calling CYF on him and sitting in his face,
what?
Inconspicuous, it's no, you're not a good friend. No, you're not.
I was never his friend. I was Shelly's friend. I was never his friend. I said that I didn't even know.
You're right. You really weren't. You were never his friend, and you were actually stranger danger.
What?
You were stranger danger.
I'm so confused. I am so confused.
And then you said
where you're going with this.
Friends with Kwani. Where'd you get that from?
What? Okay, so I'll admit I was wrong about that. I thought they were no longer friends. So I will take the L for that. I'm sorry. Didn't know that they were still friends. I heard you say that. I didn't know that him and Kwani were still friends.
So, but again, how did you miss
like
all
you,
that?
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Part of it before you made your video. How did you miss all that? Did you miss when Duchess literally said, "This is what my friendship is with Kwani. This is what my friendship is with James. This is what my friendship is."
You're assuming that I'm watching every second of every video.
I do assume that whenever you make a video, you made a video as if you had all the facts. And this is your opinions.
You just came out with a bunch of information that was false. You said that I was friends with Sean Bradley. You said I talked about you and your foster kids.
You were.
The only beef I had with
you were as friendly with Sean Bradley as he would let you be.
A whole bunch of shit about
you were as close to Sean Bradley as he would allow you to be. No, you're not a D. Ramsey. No, you're not a Leo the Lioness Queen.
This is really funny.
But you were as close to him as you could be.
I've never contacted Sean Bradley outside of YouTube, so I don't understand why you think I'm a friend of his. You are a friend of his. Wouldn't you know that I was his friend? If that was the case, you're not making any sense, James.
Was I around when that happened? Was I friends with him when that happened?
When people make
videos about you, girl, you try to move the goalpost, sister. Was I friends with Sean Bradley when you were in the picture? No, I was not.
I was
not.
Because I don't care because I was never his friend. I'm telling you, you're not going to tell me who I'm friends with because that is false. There's so many people in this chat.
And you don't see that. You don't see
Sean Bradley's friend. Sean Bradley will tell you I was never.
But you don't see the issue. Then you just try to tell me what kind of friends I was with Duchess.
And this
you literally just sat over there, made a video, and you're trying to tell me what type of friend
because it's my channel,
Duchess.
and I can say whatever I want.
Right?
I can say whatever I want,
and you so can I.
Just admit
and so can I. So, and wait, say it again now.
Just admit that you had a problem with my commentary. Okay.
Of course, I had a problem with your commentary because it's incorrect, honey. That's incorrect.
Okay. That's your opinion.
I don't have a problem with you thinking I'm a bad friend at all. I don't have a problem with you thinking I'm a bad friend. That's fine. You know what the big part of that is? You don't have anything to worry about because I would never be your friend, and you know that.
That's great. I would never want a friend like you.
No, but this is what I'm just saying. See, again, it's the deflection. It's the deflection.
Where did I
You're right. You can report on anything you want, but when you report and your shit's not all in order and it's not all correct, you'll be called on it, pressure cooker.
Didn't I just apologize for saying that I didn't know that Duchess and Connie
are your first time having this problem, pressure cooker. You've been thrown out of several different spaces about this same thing.
James, I said that you were a liar, but this is like you're in full force.
I'm a liar now.
3 stories.
I'm a liar. What did I lie on you about?
Problems I have with you. Okay.
What did I lie on you about, ma'am? And why do you have a problem with me? How do you have a problem with me? You don't even know me.
That's funny, James.
You got a problem with me and you don't even know me.
Never happened. You said that came from you and your kids.
I don't care about what type of friends you have or how you're friends. Because you're not
I'm not interested in your opinion.
Anybody that calls CYF for you and shit in your face is not your damn friend.
Anybody who what?
And you keep trying to make it like you was so concerned. You weren't concerned with no goddamn pay.
You were concerned because you were friends with somebody who has all that shit going on in his house, and then you ran to YouTube and bragged about it when you were mad. What a great friend you are. You don't care about them kids either.
And look, I ain't even arguing with that girl. I ain't arguing with that. I can't argue with it.
James, I have some things I want to say.
I stand in it, and I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
James, I have something.
And I can tell you what, you know what the best thing to do from here, pressure cooker? Don't try to be my friend.
I don't want to be my friend. I've never tried to be your friend.
I wouldn't make a good friend to you, sis.
That's okay because I've never had a desire
never try to be friends with you.
Be your friend.
I would never want to sit up with you, calling nobody on me and sitting in my face like you ain't
James,
it.
This is a
and you literally let someone else take the pressure for that. What type of friend was that? You let those people say that about Shelly for months and months and months and months.
This is hilarious.
You never said a word. But you were Shelly's friend, weren't you?
James, what I don't understand. You're trying to erase the mandated reporter narrative, which is funny because you also were a mandated reporter.
Aren't you Shelly's friend, then?
I just said that. Were you listening? You can't say I was Shelly's friend. Did I not say that?
Shelly's friend. And didn't you sit over there and let Shelly take the heat for calling on him?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
When they first said who called,
that's a lie. I'm stopping right there. Listen, if you're gonna keep lying,
tell me if I'm wrong. Have this conversation. Did Shelly not get the blame for calling CYF on Sean for months?
No, that was VS, sweetie.
It was VS. Right. Oh, so you did it to VS.
That was VS. I don't understand.
So that's better.
I don't understand what your point is when you were a mandated reporter.
I just thought about something. He said call on VS. I'm trying to think, did she call on VS? Because I remember her talking about how many hours a day she was on. Child, I don't know. I don't even want to get into no more of her cases. But I know with the Rita thing, because I remember hearing her admit that she called on Rita. So that's what I'm saying. So what did you see? What did Rita show you that made you call on her, but you're saying you didn't have any evidence or you didn't have anything about Sean? And so I forced you to then do it. So what evidence was it that you saw through YouTube that made you feel that you needed to call on Rita? That it just don't make nothing she's saying to me makes any sense at all. Exactly. It is doing it just as part of a YouTube beef. I tell everybody on here, if you've been watching me, y'all should already know how I fight when I'm going to fight. I don't fight through CPS and all that other kind of stuff. I don't do that. But if that's my friend and she's telling me I'm going to call CPS and I'm going to make this report as your friend, I'm going to keep that between me and you if you don't want it out there to the public. That's what I did as a friend. Oh, VS got blamed for the call. Oh, okay. Thank you, Chopper. See, that's why I like when y'all engage in the chat, because sometimes it be some stuff I don't remember. Like I just seen a video the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, it was old, but I had never seen it, and I was learning so much. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, but let me tell you, Tanya, I'm gonna be honest. With the stuff that was said to me and the information that was sent to me, I thought the shit looked a little skeptical. I thought the shit looked a little bit fishy. I had some concerns, but not to the point that I was gonna make no goddamn call, because the shit was being painted well. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, although I cannot stand Sean, I can say with all honesty, Sean, I did not ask this girl to call CPS on you. Neither did I pressure her to do it. Neither did I threaten her to do it. If I want to do something to you, it'll more than likely be bust you upside your head. But calling there and doing all that, I didn't have nothing to do with that. I wish that I did, because I wish that I could just laugh and be like, yeah, I did it. And just, I mean, I guess I should have just took credit for it, just to make you mad or something. But no, I didn't do it. And that's just that. I can't, it's no more I can say about that. Just like Chopper, I got blamed for VS getting fired from her job. But what did the receipt say the other day? On my live the other day, I showed you the email and they put in the person's director's name. I also got blamed for getting her fired from her job, until Jason played the recording of him calling her job and getting her fired. But yet it's still, people just repeated that lie over and over and over again. And one thing that I've learned on YouTube, and I learned this from my sister Nicole Reloaded, and we had an up and we had a down, and now we on solid ground. But one thing I learned from her is always throw out a lie to at least one person and see if it comes back to you, or see if it travels around. And if it comes back to you, you'll know exactly who did it. And that's how you test out people, to see who's loyal and who's not. Okay, just keep that in your back pocket. So now we're gonna move over, unless y'all have any questions about this CPS thing. And I hope we didn't put that to rest, because girl, you're gonna have to find you a new storyline. That thing that got old. You all over the place with it, and it's frankly just not true. I get a bad rap on here for threatening people, like in a violence type of way or whatever. Y'all know I do suffer from bipolar, so I can have little fits of rage from time to time. So I already have a bad reputation with that. So to say like I threatened you in that type of way, when I never threatened you, never brought no harm to you. The only thing I ever tried to do was keep you out of harm's way. Okay, like I said, with that GoFundMe, I'm like, no, remove that. You don't want people, trying to figure out where you moving, where you gonna be, what's your information, and all that other kind of stuff. So come on now, like, I don't give a fuck how mad you are about the fallout or how it went. That's not the way to take your anger out, by lying on me, or either you not want to accept your own responsibility for what you did. You called. And if you felt like you needed to call, you had every right to do that. But you don't have to put me in it, because I told you the part that I played. I shared the information that was given to me with you. That's it. I don't need nobody dial no number. Everybody in here know I got 5 goddamn phones. Okay, so Larry Nelson made a video to me today. And before I could even start this live, people was like, Larry dragged you, Larry scolded you. But what I want people to know is, before I even saw the video, and how I saw the video, because I was busy dealing with real life, he hit me up and he said, here's a link. I made a video to you and I want you to check it out and tell me what you think. So I listened to the video, and yes, he did say, I'm going to scold you and this or that or whatever. I don't feel any kind of way about anything that Larry said in his video. Okay. Hey, Uncle Clyde, thank you for coming over. I don't feel any kind of way whatsoever about anything that Larry said in his video. Larry, and I've said this before, for whatever reason people want me to hate Larry, I cannot hate Larry because Larry has never done anything bad to me. Okay. Now Nightmare says, they must have been watching the show the other night, Polo. Nightmare said he will turn on me in a matter of time. I can only give Larry credit by saying it's been at least a good 3 years that I've been cool with Larry. I have his number. He has my number. We had many, many conversations. And I honestly will say, if I'm ever in his part of town, he's already, and he didn't bring it up. I brought it up to him about some traveling and stuff because I have a lot of traveling that I'll be doing or whatever. So he was like, yeah, I can pick you up from the airport or whatever. He's never talked to me inappropriate. He's never said anything sexually. He's just never crossed me in any kind of way, honestly. I mean, people say that to me all the time, but I can't control him. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, he's showing me respect that other people on here have not done. Just the situation I'm talking about with the CPS, he's never tried to hem me up into some shit like this. Like, he's just never done any of that. I didn't take the video as him being nasty or anything or mean to me. There are times when I tell or warn people about people and then I feel like, hey, I told you or whatever. But even with Jay Wilson, let me be clear about this. I'm not beefing with Jay Wilson. I'm not making any videos. I'm not beefing with Jay Wilson. I said what I said the other day on my community. And that's where that is with that. I'm not going on his panel, but there's a lot of panels that I won't be on because I have to control, you know what I'm saying, my energy. But can you at least be honest with us and your followers and say that he has told a lot of lies against a lot of people and threatened people? Now, let me say this. Whenever I'm cool with somebody behind the scenes, I don't like to check them in public because I always say praise in public and correct in the background. But I've said this before. I've been very, very clear with Larry. I do not support him threatening women. I don't support anything against women in that type of way. However, I also do not support anybody calling somebody's job to get them fired. So when he told me he lost his job and what was going on, I knew about that long before it came to YouTube. But I do not agree with him threatening women. You'll never see me cheerleading in his comment section when it comes to that. And for people who say stuff like, well, nobody gets to hear Vonnie Vaughn's side of the story. I've even said before, she's more than welcome to come over here at any time. If she wants to just come up here and talk herself, she can do that. If she wants to come be on the panel with Larry, she's welcome to do that. I'm not silencing her. She has her story. He has his story. And all I know is what I've been told. That's it. Right. Well, he did send me some audios. From the calls and stuff at his job. So he did show me some proof in regards to his job. Oh, Tanya, thank you so much for your services, because a lot of times people forget these nurses out here, we're still in a pandemic. They are still putting their lives at risk every day to help other people. So salute to you. Appreciate you so much. But he did give me some proof on the situation with his job, but I can't say that it was her that called or who it was. he wasn't trying to be mean. No, a lot of people don't know that me and Larry are really cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about a lot of my as Tracy calls them YouTube ships, because when people see that you and somebody else don't have any issues, they try to come in between that. They try to whatever. So I feel like if I've talked to you behind the scenes, like I was shocked when Larry says, I talked to her husband in the background. She's with her family, because in real life, people who have a relationship with me and they talk to me, they get to see that part of my world. When I'm here live right now, you don't even hear Marley, because everybody in this house knows I'm live. Nobody's going to be coming through making announcements or rambling around with the dishes and stuff like that. It's a respect thing. You know what I mean? But Larry has talked to me when my husband has been around, and when my husband hasn't been around, he's never said anything inappropriate to me. He's never disrespected me. He has given me nothing but the utmost respect, and I will always give him that back until he changes that. Nobody can ever change how I treat them or how I feel about them but them. So in my book, Larry's okay with me. I don't support everything he says or does, just like with everybody else. But he's never told me what to do on my platform. So who am I to tell him what he can do? I've asked him to leave the Vonnie situation alone. And he's flat out told me, I will not. She's ruined my life. She's tried to ruin my life. And I'm going to talk about her until the day I'm gone. So it doesn't matter what I say to him. He's going to do what he wants to do. But I have spoke to him about that. And we've spoke about many more things. But that's just a private situation outside of YouTube. And we don't get on the phone and then just talk about YouTube stuff. You get what I'm saying? We've talked about a lot of things. He shared a lot of things with me, a lot of personal things, sent me a lot of pictures, not no new pictures or nothing like that, but just a lot of stuff. And I don't have anything bad to say about him. I don't agree with any, and I'm telling you, I've even decided to put my foot down when it comes to any man, whether it be Larry or anybody else. Anytime I hear any man that's doing threatening or whatever against a woman, I'm just going to click off, and I'm not going to be there to be in the midst of supporting that, because we all have to take some type of accountability. And if anybody thinks by me being in his chat that means that I co-sign to everything that he says or does, no. But I also can't tell him how to feel about losing his job and stuff like that. Right. Yeah, I don't know, but you're right. I mean, receipts are necessary when you are accusing people of stuff, because it's going to be either your word or against the next. I think we're done with James' video, and I don't want to play too much of his stuff, but I think y'all could gather from that right there that she was talking in circles. And as James is saying, well, she threatened you, she put the pressure on you. She's not even saying, well, yeah, I didn't want to do it. And no, you wanted to do it because you wanted to do it. Okay. And so with Larry, like I said, we do have a friendship, and we do communicate outside of YouTube. And also, he's never crossed me to the point where I've heard any of my personal business up here on this YouTube. And absolutely, he knows stuff that has not been put out to YouTube. You get what I'm saying? I mean, even though my life is my life, so I really don't care if it, if it is repeated. But I'm just saying, he's never repeated it. He's never repeated it. He didn't have to come on here or say, he could have let the rumors go on. It's some imaginary person. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Anybody who's ever met me in real life off here, they all know I have a husband. Like, they've either seen him, hear him in the background, have actually talked to him on the phone. But yet people still go with the whole narrative of this imaginary husband stuff. But that's fine. Like, no problem. So, okay. So now Miss Dovie. Okay. So Miss Dovie has been having issues over there. And this is it's about to be this is an hour and 40 minutes. So hopefully I can sum this up in the next 10 minutes, because I don't want to keep y'all too long. Okay. So Miss Dovie, y'all know she's been having issues with her channel. People have been getting timed out. People have been getting blocked and stuff like that. A lot of different people have been getting blamed. If you guys go back to my video that I did with Vegas Girl and Mrs.Dovie, I thought that was going to be the end of them, but Mrs.Dovie had reached out to her after the live, so they still had communication. And I believe, and if I'm incorrect, please forgive me, Vegas Girl. You're in the chat, so straighten me up. I think Miss Dovie even asked her to go back in her account and do some stuff, right? And she told Miss Dovie no, and maybe that was the rationing or the smacking that I gave her. Well, not the little popping that I gave, not popping and catching somebody, but a pop on the hand. So I'm like, well, you're trying to get out of a situation because somebody has your password. This person's getting blamed for a lot of stuff, but then you turn around and you ask them to go inside of your account. So she didn't do it, but she did give her the steps to walk her through, getting the robot or whatever off of there or whatever. So, but what was never said to anybody is that, and I tried to say this on her channel the other day and she was hushing me. I said it when I was on Brooke's panel, but for anybody that did not hear it, Miss Dovie gave more than one person her password, okay? So at the end of the day, people can't completely just blame Vegas Girl flat out like that because other people had Miss Dovie's password. And that's why I kept telling her, I cannot help you if you're not being honest. If you're not telling me everything so I know what I'm working with, then I can't help you. I was surprised when I found out who the person was, because the only thing I know about the person is them dragging Miss Dovie. And I only know about that because it was brought up on Jay Wilson's platform some time back. So after that, Miss Dovie's still been having issues in her chat, and people on the outside are saying, well, Shelly accessed your account and she did something to your account. Why would I try to help her with her account to mess it up when I was trying to correct the stuff that was already messed up? And then what I also did was I gave her the number to YouTube, because YouTube can help you in a way that others can't or either shouldn't. And it's going to tell whoever logged into her account. So if I did something and I did something wrong, YouTube can see all of that. And that's why I told her to contact YouTube. But again, like I said, if she's not being honest, nobody's going to be able to help her because you don't know what you're working with. So when she said that she changed her password. Now she said she changed her password and she said she changed her email. Now I might get some flack for this, but I'm just going to be honest. Because people kept getting timed out and people kept getting blocked, I said, Vegas Girl, do me a favor. Go try to log into Dovie's account and see if it will let you log in, because I want to see is the password changed, because there's no way in the world that people are getting blocked and timed out for no reason. If she's not doing it and you can see her hands, unless it's a ghost, it doesn't make sense. It's not the night bolt, because she doesn't even have that anymore. Somebody is literally trolling her, and they made an account that says Nightbolt, and then it has a picture on it, but there's no moderator stick. Somebody created that, and they're telling her that they hacked her, and they're telling her that they're going to play music, and all they're doing is they're just messing with her. But she thinks that's what's really going on right now, and that's not what's going on right now at all. So when I told Vegas Girl, I said, see if you can log into her account, because this will make it clear if she changed the password or not. Because if she didn't change the password, that means that other person or whoever else she gave the password to still has access to her account and can still do whatever they need to do. So when Vegas Girl went to, and don't nobody get mad with her, get mad with me, because I asked her to do it. Okay. See how I can take responsibility? If I did it, I did it. If I said it, I said it. I don't have to have nobody else do shit for me or say it for me. So I said, so she went to go do it. And what it said was, we're going to text you, because it's, the verification. If Miss Dovie changed her password, it would have not done that. What it would have done was it would have said password has been changed 3 days ago or 4 days ago or 5 days ago. It's not going to even let you in to the verification process if you change your password. Anybody who has changed their password can verify right now that what I'm saying is the truth. She ain't never changed it. So that's why when I was talking to her and I said, Miss Dovie, did you do this? First she said yes, and then she said something like that. And I said, okay, you're not telling the whole story. So that's where a lot of her issues are coming in from. Then another part of the issue is, and I'm going to show this for content creators. If you're a content creator, this is the time now for you to jump down and pay attention, because university is about to be open right quick. What can happen is you can make somebody a YouTube manager, right? YouTube gives you a manager at 100,000 subscribers. But if you have 1,000 subscribers or even less, I believe, you can have a YouTube manager, but you have to appoint the person yourself. Which means if I want Yolanda to be my administrator or my YouTube manager, I would send her an email, and then she would verify that she wants to be my administrator, because there's different roles. So you create the roles that you want for the person, right? All right. So with these, with the stuff that they're allowed to do, okay. So if I make Yolanda my to act as me, that means when she responds to people, she responds as S. Hutchinson. If she wants to heart somebody's comment, she can heart the comment and it will look like I hearted the comment. That's why when you go to some content creators pages and they have a huge audience and you're like, wow, they're on top of all of these comments. 9 times out of 10, it's because they have an administrator or a manager acting as them. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if Miss Dovie gave people her password, they could have went in there and made theirself a owner, administrator, or whatever of her channel, which means if they block somebody, it's not going to show you that Coach White blocked them, because they're acting as her. So I'm going to open up on my screen and I'm going to show you guys where it's at. So if you're a content creator and this is something that you want, this is where you go to do it. And if some weird stuff is happening on your channel and you don't know why, and you ever gave somebody your password, this may be an area that you want to check to make sure that there's nobody there, because it will show you every person that's a manager, administrator, or whatever job title you give them. Hold on, let me see what Nicole wrote. Nicole says, what can a manager do on YouTube? A manager cannot add or manage the access of others, unlike an owner, primary owner, but they can upload, edit, delete, and generally manage your videos. That's correct. So you really got to trust these people. You get what I'm saying? Now with that, they won't go into your AdSense account. That's safe if you add them on this way, right? But they will be able to heart people. Now, like I told y'all the other day, your moderators can remove comments. Like if you over there to Joyce's place and you talking shit to Joyce and you wondering why you can't see your comment, it's probably because I removed your comment. But it doesn't block the person, it just removes them. A person would have to be a page manager or administrator, or they would have to be logged in as you to block the person. So I can't block anybody. Well, take it back. I can block people. I can only block people on the live, but you can. It's just complicated, all the goddamn shit. But let me get to the thing that I need to show you where you need to go. If you let me log into my other account first. Switch account, log out. Yeah, so Miss Dovie may actually have some people who are signed in as administrators or managers, which means they can time people out, and they may be doing it just for kicks and giggles, because the one lady who had the password or whatever, she changed her name. And then I said, Miss Dovie, I don't see that lady around at your channel anymore, which tells me that her and the lady must not really be all that cool anymore. So if you and the lady not that cool anymore, isn't it possible that that lady could be tampering with Miss Dovie's channel? Now, Miss Dovie told me not to say the person's name, so I haven't said their name. I've respected that. You know what I mean? I respected her wish. So hold on, y'all, because I'm looking for something. Permissions. Okay, right here. I want to make sure I didn't show y'all no shit y'all didn't need to see first. The only reason why Choreo Lover that I won't help her no more is because when people are in her chat or on her panel trying to accuse me and my sister Nicole of doing bad stuff to her account, she's not telling those people that she's calling me for help. She's letting them believe, or she's letting it go on like it's a possibility. No. What would I gain from tampering with her account? I can't keep up with my own account. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, I do have more than one channel. So I'm going to do a share screen so I can show y'all. Brooke, all of y'all need to be looking at this, because if you ever want to do this yourself, this is where you go. This is how you do it. This is the proper way to do it. See, if you're going to be on YouTube, learn how to work this shit. Stop just coming on live, hitting the live button, screaming and cussing and acting like you don't have no fucking home training. So if y'all can see that, you go under permission, under your community, manage permissions. So if you need to remove anybody, who's already a manager, this is what you do. Move permissions to YouTube Studio, which means they can help you in your studio. That's a new one. That always wasn't here. So if you have like with Brooke, you and your husband, y'all a team. That would be somebody, well, he could just log into your account. So that's not a good example. Let's say it was one of your kids. They don't live in the same house with you or whatever. They don't have to have your password. Then gives them your password to your email and your AdSense and all that. You come right underneath of here, and this is where you send it out. And then that person can act as you. They can comment as you. They can heart as you. They can do everything. So that's that right there. So let me hit the stop. Because y'all all up in my money now. Hold on, y'all. I done hit something wrong. Well, if y'all see that, y'all see I just make pennies on YouTube, okay? And that's why I will not be making no pennies for my pain, okay? And if I wanted to sit here and just be beefing with people to beef with people, I have enough people to do that with. I don't have to make up no crazy stuff. Vegas girl, is there anything that you wanted to say, or did you need to come up before I ended this? But I will say again that other people did have her password information, and I felt like some energy with even people being upset about her moving her moderators. And I was the one that suggested that to her, because I said, you're going to have to do a process of elimination. If we gone through all of these steps and people are still getting blocked, people are still getting timed out, maybe it's one of your moderators. It's not fair to just accuse one person. So take everybody off and see if the problem stops. The problem didn't stop. And then this is another thing too. If you're a content creator, when you're on StreamYard, you need to have another device open so that you can be on the YouTube side. When you're on the YouTube side, you will be able to see what moderator timed somebody out, which moderator blocked. Being on StreamYard can't help you, because your moderators can be doing anything and you don't know what they're doing. And that's something that Miss Dovie could simply solve by looking on her YouTube side, because if anybody's being timed out, it's going to show, but she's the only one who can see it. No, I don't think he's coming up tonight. Let me drop the link again. Share link. Okay, here's the link, Sharon. Let me look through, and while I'm waiting on her, let me look through some of these comments. Make sure you get your gummies. I should have put that in the description, but I'll put it up afterwards. And thank you to everyone that has made purchases. It says, I guess I still don't understand how she doesn't know she needs to trust moderators and not just choose randoms. Listen, Chlorio Lover, I'm glad you brought that up. Do you know the mango person is a whole different person who changed their name? I don't think Mrs.Dovie told anybody that. See, all them people when they catfishing and changing names and doing all that other stuff, I looked and I saw that I had that person blocked under my in my block list. So I'm like, they must have said something or did something, or either they were blocked under their other name and then they changed their name instead of getting a new channel. So, and then they changed their name. You got me on two applications. Either you on the phone with it, or you got a computer, another tab open. Close your other tab because we got interference. Y'all know how I am with sounds. Let's see if you got it right. Computer. Okay, nope. You still got the other device on. I have helped manage people's account. Nicole, I have too. You know, you know what we do. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to spend 4 hours on somebody's channel to help them, and then I'm being disrespected by their so-called supporters. If you really support that person, you should be happy that I'm helping her. Because clearly it don't seem like nobody else knows how to troubleshoot it. And I'm going to tell you one thing about YouTube. YouTube is not going to sit on the phone with you step by step, baby step by baby step. Because YouTube expects that you should, if you are a content creator, that you should be knowing this stuff. They have classes. YouTube has classes that are free. It don't cost nothing. So they're not going to spend 6 hours on the phone doing these little things or whatever. So when you have people who are willing to help her, you know what I'm saying? If y'all really support her, y'all shouldn't be disrespecting those people. Okay, sis. Sharon?
Hey.
Hey, okay. Let me put myself on mute while you talk. I'm gonna let you go say what you gotta say, and then I'll respond.
Hello everyone. This is No Salt BP. And this live was very revealing. A lot of it I knew before. I don't get it. I honestly don't get all the deception, the turning against people. I just don't understand it. If someone that you met was in a YouTubership with you or a friend to you, I just don't understand how all that fades away. If I thought the world of you then, I can think the world of you now, even in my anger, even when I'm mad. And I just want someone to explain to me, how does this go?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. If my feelings was real then I'm not going to change it and be like, oh, I never liked her. I couldn't stand her. And she was actually one of the few people that I didn't so-called befriend because I felt sorry for them. Where some people, you know me, Sharon, how I am with the underdog and all that type of stuff. No, it wasn't that type of situation. So I don't do that. I mean, and if it's done to me, I don't have to do what the next person does, because at the end of the day, I got to do what I can sleep with at nighttime. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, I don't do that to whom I call a friend. You know what I'm saying? And many times I'm left holding the bag, Sharon, and you know that. And I'll sit up there and put that motherfucker right across my shoulder.
Well, you're not
and take all the bullets for it.
That has held the bag, because it happened to me with this same person in January of 2020, all because I asked someone to email me in someone else's chat. This is how deep the rabbit hole goes. I asked another person, not her, to email me. And there was a whole video that came up about, oh, well, I'll email you. Well, you know what? I'm waiting on it. It is now 2021. October, as a matter of fact. So if you want to do that, do that. Do it.
I didn't even know you and her had a beef, honestly,
It
because I don't
wasn't
watch her. I swear to God, I
No.
don't watch her.
I put this girl on my Instagram. I did all of that. And for her to make a video, oh yeah, no, I saw where you wrote another content creator in somebody else's chat room. Oh, email me. Oh, I'm gonna email you. Wait on it. I've been waiting.
Wait, hold up. I'm lost. Wait, she wants to email you because you made a comment in somebody else's chat?
I asked another content creator to email me. And you know what? Girly, if you say it didn't happen, I have the entire video, the comment section. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. You don't know what I was going through in 2020, and I don't know what you were going through in January of 2020. But you said that. You said it. You brought that out of your own mouth in a very reckless manner. This person I asked to contact me, and I'm not going to say her name, but I'm sure you have an idea of who it was.
No, I really don't, but okay.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
you do. She's from my hometown.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about, child. Okay.
But wait a minute. But that was out of line. That was completely out of bounds. This is how this individual goes about looking at comments and statements that people have written in the comment section, and then you want to bring up their names. Well, you know what? It's October 2021. I haven't received an email yet, but you know what? If I do,
but I think that's what Deanna said in her video.
All hell will rain on her. I have a passport. It's nothing for me to go anywhere in the world. And if that's what I have to do, Shelly, that's what will be done. Because that is not the time at all to try to come at me sideways about anything. And Shelly, you know that.
No, she's heartless like that, because when she started all of this stuff with me,
about her heart.
Yeah, I'm saying she did the same thing to me when she started.
I don't care about none of that. The fact that you would mention something like that to me, and I'm responding to somebody else. Why? Because you're trolling? Listen, baby bop, have several seats. Get on your air mattress and do what you do. Okay? And I don't talk, you've never heard me speak like this, but that is a very low vibrational person. And I have my questions about even being a therapist, because guess what?
That part.
I was one too. That part. Here in California, that part. So do what you do. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't do it anymore. Leave it alone. I saw the disrespect in James' live stream. It was disgusting. It was nasty. It was vile. It was all of that. But I'm not none of y'all. I'm a whole different breed. I'm not.
But and Sharon, everybody who knows Sharon, have anybody ever heard Sharon come for anybody? Have anybody ever heard Sharon disrespect nobody? And this is
I don't
all
disrespect anyone, but that was very disrespectful to me.
And that should tell y'all the nature of our relationship, me and Sharon, ain't YouTube. Because if it was, I'd have been knew about this story. And it's the first time I'm hearing this.
No, you didn't hear about it because it was in January. Think about what was going on in January, February.
Yeah.
It was a pandemic. I had suffered losses. And then you decide to, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to email you. Please do. Please do. I'm waiting on it. I've been waiting on it for months. Nothing has happened. And you know what? It better not happen at all. I'm not going to do anything physically to you at all because I don't get down like that. I don't. I do not do that. But if you want to wreck your life, so be it. So be it. Don't
Let me tell you something.
ever respond to me in a comment. I asked someone to email me, and then you jumped out. Oh, I'll email you. You know what? You don't have the brains. You don't have the ovarian test. You don't have it, honey. You just don't. And you better not. Please send me an email. It's nosaltbp@gmail.com. Please do. And I'm going to handle you the legal way, the right way, because you need to be stopped. I have some questions even about this person even being a therapist. The way you disrespected that man the other night on that live stream, it was horrible. It was nasty. You're making false reports to agencies regarding children. I don't think you want to do that with me. I don't. And I don't come for anybody. I'm not in the beef sector. I cook. That's all I do. But for someone to to make a whole video about how they're going to send me an email, I haven't received anything.
Sis, I promise you, I did not know this, but now when I think about it, in Deanna's video, Deanna was saying that she was mad with her about commenting somewhere. You can't be just
trolling people.
That's why a lot of subscribers now don't feel comfortable in chats, because if they're laughing or they're wherever, then they got to worry about getting doxxed or getting put on blast or getting cussed out.
I left a comment for someone else. What does that have to do with you? You say you're a therapist. Where were your boundaries in that? You didn't have them. You have no problem violating other people. You have no problem going on to other people's platforms, disrespecting them, doing things that you would never, ever do on your own platform. She would have never done that on her own platform. And I know it.
Right.
What I saw the other night was disgusting. But
I'm shocked because that wasn't, and you know, Sharon, how she conducted herself back then. This person that she has become, running around, clout chasing, picking fights with people, doing all that, all views are not good views, my dear, because you are where I left you. I left you with 1,000 subscribers there, and I'm hearing Nika video about she has shouted you out because you got 1,000 subscribers. I left you with that. Come on now, like it's not worth it. What you're doing is not worth it. And she's when I'm saying she heartless, just hear me out. When she started doing this and accusing me of forcing her to call CPS and all this other kind of crazy stuff.
She
During that,
do that.
she wanted to do it, but when she put it all out there to the public, this is when the same situations that I had to bring up the other day. This is when I was dealing with a bunch of deaths in my family, and what she came on camera and said was, I understand that you're going through this or that or whatever. No, she said she didn't understand. She said she gets that I'm going, not that she understands it. She gets that I'm going through that, but that don't got nothing to do, and proceeded to go on with her lies and her drama, not caring at all that I had just suffered 3 deaths back to back. She did not care. And even still,
and in a way, I'm upset a little bit with myself, because unfortunately, this person is getting everything she wanted. She wanted people to talk about her. I will never speak your name. Never. Never. I saw the things that you did, and I seen the things that you did the other day, and I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. I had deaths going on. I was watching people die in hospitals. And then to see this person, low vibrational at that, talk about responding. Oh, I saw your response to another person. What did that have to do with you? You violated 2 people and you say you're a therapist? Get out of here with that. No. And if you are, you're not worth your weight in salt. You would never make it out here.
Oh, just too much.
No.
But on a positive side, because I definitely want to end this on a positive note. Look, I'm trying. I got every banner, everything going up on here. Okay,
no,
I want to
tell you about it. I didn't tell you about it at all. I didn't tell you about it. I never said anything at all.
Yeah, no, we never discussed it. Nobody, that's the thing. I don't discuss her with anybody. Like, she's not a topic in my life at all, like ever. Like, no, you know, not at all. So, but I want to definitely end it on a positive note before I see if they have any questions. Sharon, this on here right now, will be here with me in 14 days. So you guys will see us in real life, about 14 days from now. Okay, so do y'all have any questions about what we talked about, the CPS? Because it's just even crazy to make it. How can you make anybody do something? You're in different states. I don't know your information. Didn't know it then. Don't know it now. I wouldn't do that. Like, no. And it's just the fact that you keep on telling that story and you're not even ashamed about it.
People think about this. Now, Shelly has known me for years. She has all my informations. She has seen me on movie sets. She's seen viral videos of me doing interviews with television stations, with radio stations. Okay? Has she ever put any of that information out there? No. Nicole, you're right. It's not even unhealthy boundaries. It's a complete lack of boundaries. And you're a therapist? Well, guess what? I worked in that arena too. And not as a nurse, but as a marriage and family therapy intern. And I would never violate people like this. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
How the hell you a therapist and you got a one-sided beef that you've been having going on for about 2 years or whatever for content?
And placing names in titles of people you're going back and forth with. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All of it. If I don't mess with you, if I don't like you, or if I don't deal with you, I don't talk about you. I don't speak of you. When Shelly and I talk, like we did earlier, we're talking about business. I'm coming to
say that one more time. We talking about what?
Business.
Okay, business.
Money. Not getting coins, getting paper. That's what I'm on. And it's just so sad that other people, not other people, but that particular person can't see it. You can't stop it. Not mine. Go ahead. It is unethical. It is very unethical.
And I could go even deeper. Well, let me just go ahead and do it because I'm not going to talk about this again. You know, I had even talked to her about therapy. Everybody on here knows I suffer bipolar, depression, anxiety, all of that. And I asked her what were her fees, blase, blah, blah, blah. We talked about all of that. We talked about some things or whatever. And those same things we talked about was repeated. And then she goes, I was never your therapist. You might say you wasn't my therapist, but we talked about therapy. We talked about pricing and all of that. But even still, in the midst of all that, you still don't see me going back and forth with her, because when I'm done with something, I'm done with something. And that's it.
And for your listening audience, first of all, that was a completely inappropriate relationship. If the person that's delivering the services under a therapist doesn't provide you with a contract and they go through providing therapeutic interventions, they need to tell you what type of therapy they're providing, a contract, the number of anticipated interactions that will occur. Otherwise, well, at least where I live, it's illegal. It is completely illegal to do any of that. You know what? You don't want to be the smartest person in the world. You don't. And you definitely don't want to think you're the smartest person in the room, because somebody else will come along and they will shake you like a palm tree. So don't ever do that. It is unethical. It is enough to jeopardize a license. Now you can try to come for mine, go right ahead. Because what I'm saying is the truth. And it is backed up by the Board of Behavioral Science Examiners, the BBSC. That is something that should have never happened. If you and I are talking as friends, that's one thing. But if I'm doing something like cognitive behavioral therapy, family therapy, that's a contract.
Because we talked about money or whatever. So we talked about that, and she was like, "Why would try to work something out?" So no, we did not have a contract. We didn't have a contract. No, I hadn't paid her anything, but we did talk about that. And then that conversation to what I wanted to work on or situation, she then repeated that, which I'm quite sure she'll make a video and she'll repeat it again because she doesn't mind. That's just what she does. But y'all not gonna get no clap back from me where I'm like, oh no, this is literally in my MJ voice. This is it.
Yep.
Come on, we almost in the new year. That's why I want to clear a whole lot of things. And even though I brought up Rita's name earlier, like I said, I'll be in Baltimore on Saturday, and it's no beef or anything like that. But I have my phone with the Cash App. If she's free, I would love to show her my phone in the Cash Apps of that situation that took place to clear my name. You get what I'm saying? And I said that to Rita way before when she said no, 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 no. But in between, that's something that people keep throwing up in my face all the time, even though I know it's not true. I don't appreciate it. It's slander. And at the end of the day, I will meet her, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday. And I can go through every single Cash App or whatever. It's just a lot of these old things just being repeated all the time. It's just time to put that shit to rest. You know what I mean? So,
I know.
and if she don't want to meet in person, I don't mind even doing it on a StreamYard one by one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not right for me to keep getting accused of stuff that's not true. It's not right.
No, it isn't. It's not right.
Yeah.
And having stated that, you may be willing to do it. If the other party isn't able to do it, then you move on.
Yeah, that's it. You'll never hear, and even with that, listen, you heard what I just said right here with it. I'm not mentioning again. I don't care if people say this or that. They can say whatever they want to say. But if she want to know for her own knowing, no problem. That's all I'm saying. That the CPS story is done. I've told this story 1,000 times, and my story has never, ever, ever, ever changed. Okay.
I know. I know. And I want to apologize to your audience because I may sound a little different, but I have braces on my teeth.
Yeah, Sharon got braces now. She got braces recently. Braces.
Well, braces are the correction of braces lasts longer than veneers. So
Right.
I was born with teeth. These teeth were meant to last me for a lifetime, and that's what I'm doing.
Right. Investing in yourself.
Yep.
So,
And we're gonna have that conversation. Investing versus divesting.
right. That part. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Unless y'all have any questions. But I think I cleared it all up, and I'm just moving past a lot of stuff, you know.
I can't see the live stream, but I want to let everyone know, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And having the decision to, or arriving to making a choice to listen, because you guys heard a lot of stuff out here, but choosing to listen with an open heart and coming to a conclusion, whatever that may be, what you believe is right. And I can't tell you that. Shelly can't tell you that. No one can tell you that. It's all up to you.
Right. And I respect no matter what people think or how they see the situation. I respect it. It's just that I know what the truth is, and I'm never going to agree to something that I did not do, even though I thought about agreeing to the fact that I did it, just to be like, yeah, I got, but that ain't nothing to be bragging about. So I'm not gonna agree to something that I did not do. And even in the midst of here where me and him I can't stand him, but I'm still not gonna sit there and lie. I'm just not gonna do that. So I'm just not gonna do that. But that's gonna be it, because y'all know I got a whole lot to do, and y'all know how I get down. I ain't prepared for absolutely nothing, and I got a plane to catch on Saturday. I will come through probably at least one time when I'm in Miami. So I'll probably come through in Miami, and hopefully if y'all out there in Miami, y'all know where that good fire weed at, y'all can let me know. But and hopefully I'll get to see Star, because yeah, I never forget people who don't cross me. I don't ever forget people who are genuine. I don't ever forget people who, if they ever do anything and they show me where they, you know what I'm saying, they just a real ass person, then I'm gonna always respect that, you know what I'm saying, and rock with those people no matter what. So hopefully we cleared the Larry. Me and Larry don't have no beef. I'm not going to be fighting with Jay Wilson. I'm not mad about anything that Larry said. If I'm ever in Larry's neck of the woods, we will get together and go out for lunch or dinner. We are friends. We do talk behind the scenes. He's never disrespected me. Miss Dovie got a lot going on with her channel, and she need to get up into that permissions, because it seems like maybe somebody is operating as a administrator or YouTube manager. Other people have had her password. Vegas Girl is not doing anything to her channel. And yeah, and even if Vegas Girl was trying to log in, it would tell Miss Dovie would have to approve that. So she's not doing anything with that. And Vegas Girl is still moderating for me. And like I said before, she has never done not one single bad thing to me. Always been nothing but kind and respectful. And I try to always meet and match people with what they match and meet me with. So if they love on me, I love on them back. Okay. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you so much for being here. When this is done, I will put the links to the other videos in the description. I think I might already, no, they're already in there. So if you didn't check out James' video, that's there. Deanna's video and Larry's video. It's all there. You guys have an amazing day. I'm going to finish doing all the things I need to do so I can get ready to catch this plane. Because like I said, I catch flights. They catch feelings. It's time to get over it. 2021. Girl, I wish you the best, but please grow your channel in another way and not by lying on people. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.